Hey, what's up, everyone? Good morning, and welcome to my live. I am Mystic Oracle Mary, and so I'm going to be doing some oracle readings for everyone, okay? And some bonuses at the end. So the theme of this live is what surprises are coming up for you in November, okay? So without further ado, let's get right to it, okay? There'll be timestamps down below in the description box and comment area once this live is, so that we can go directly to your reading. All right, so let's start out with females. What surprises are coming up for females in November? Angel of Strength in reverse. The World. Storm warning. And the Garden and the Gate. Clarify. Angel of Strength in reverse and Storm warning upright. Shift. Unfulfilled. And Teacher. All right, so there's going to be a surprise here where there is you needing to expand upon your finances. So the new surprise that's going to come in is a shift here in your career, females, where you're going to have to decide on how to expand your career and take it in a totally different direction, okay? So you're needing to have courage through this surprise that's coming up in order to continue to have growth here in your money and career, okay? So your challenge is to grow and expand through this surprise that's going to come up in November, that's going to shift things to the next level, okay? And how are you going to know that you're going to be going through this, females, is you're going to feel what it's going to lead to is you feeling unfulfilled here. You may have an emotional attachment to a job that no longer serves you, okay? That's how you're going to feel unfulfilled. And you're needing to pick and choose your battles here of how it is you want to take your career to the next level, okay? Here in the end, you're going to be going through 3 transformations in order to come out of your comfort zone to provide people the experience that you have through your own services that you can put on or offline in your community, so that way your career goes to the next level. Because your experiences of what you learned up until this point, in regards to what you do in your job, females, is what people are going to want to pay for, okay? People are going to want to know what you have learned, okay? And this is going to bring you growth and expansion, but it's going to take a moment for you to come out of your comfort zone to do this, okay? Through this new change and surprise that's coming up in November. So what can females take away from this reading? In the flow, take everything in smooth sailing. So when this happens, you'll know the new shift, and you just need to go with the flow of things, because you're going to discover more truth about it, okay? So that's your reading, females. Big hugs. I'll see you later. Now let's move on to the male reading. All right, so what surprise is coming up for males in November? Door of Romance in reverse. Community. Third chakra, upright. And strategy. Clarify door to romance in reverse and third chakra upright. Teacher. unfulfilled writer. All right, so males, the new beginning, well, not really new. The surprise that's going to be coming up in November with you is no new beginning in romance. Okay? I get singles and couples, okay? Because you're still learning what you need to learn in regards to opening up and intimacy. Plus, through this surprise that you're going to get right now, is that your challenge is to connect with your community, because there's someone here that you can connect with that is you have a lot in common with. One person that's a friend and someone you can network with too. You'll just know who it is because you're going to be excited to want to connect with them. So the surprise that you realize is there's no new beginning in romance for you. Not yet, okay? Not in November. What it's going to lead to is trying to understand your desires here. And you're going to understand through it what makes you unfulfilled and some of your desires, especially being in a job that you're attached to, emotionally attached to, that no longer serves you. So you're going to find more insight while you're by yourself, which is not a bad thing. But here in the end, when it goes to the last stage, is you're going to be writing things down and using your words because they're very powerful in order to come up with a plan in regards to wanting to get your romance started. And you're also going to be doing some research in how to. Okay? Whether you're single or a couple males, okay? So, what can males take away from their reading? Rejuvenating rain. Past males and heal the present. That's going to give you that new start. That way you can go to the next practical step. And you'll know because you'll come up, you'll connect with your spiritual source next. Okay? So that's your reading, males. Really hope it helps. Now let's move on to people with a no contact situation. I'm going to do a reading for you guys and gals, okay? All right, so what surprise is coming up for people in their no contact situation in November? Appreciation in reverse. Fourth chakra. Community in reverse. Woman holding a heart in reverse. and heartbroken. Clarify all three of these cards in reverse. Angelic help. Take off. Change. And luck. All right, so people who are dealing with their no contact situation, whether you're male or female, the surprise that's coming up here in your no contact situation is that you're going to get angelic help. That means your spirit, spirit guides, the divine, your angels, all the above, okay? No matter what belief system you're in, you're going to be getting that help from that spiritual source, okay? Through the situation. Even when you feel like you're not getting appreciated in that, your challenge here through this no contact situation is to have love and compassion for yourself and forgive the person that you are in a no contact situation with, okay, males and females? Because whoever this person that you're coming towards me about right now, to find out what if there's a surprise coming up, they're coming towards you. They're not coming towards you, to be crystal clear. That's why the community card came in reverse. They're delaying their actions here towards you. It's because of the fact that they don't have a clear plan here in order to move forward with you. Plus, this person doesn't have a whole lot in common with you. Okay? Which is going to lead to change within inside you on how to progress forward through this change. So you're not stuck in heartbreak about this situation. So it's going to take you a moment to deal and confront with this heartbreak and come to a conclusion how to move out of it, okay? And that is coming up with a self-care regimen to keep you nice and balanced and nurturing yourself as you heal this broken heart. So that way you can require some more actions here to lead you to the abundant success and prosperity that you deserve, okay? So let's ask the next question before I give answers to people in the chat, okay? So what can, actually, let's ask this next question. Who's this no contact situation? Females and males are in. First card for female no contact people. Second card for males no contact person. Your no contact person, females that I'm talking about, is someone who is, good morning everyone, by the way, is someone who's very superficial, all about the material stuff, okay? I'm talking about that person. That's the person that doesn't like to take action to contact you in your no contact situation. Now, males, in your no contact situation, I'm talking about the person that has no plan or strategy here. Especially wanting to come towards you, okay? So in the end, you're going to experience heartbreak, but it's in order for you to take action to clear this out so that way abundance can come back in. So last question for your no contact situation, males and females. What can male and females that are dealing with their no contact situation take from this reading? Voyage to the heart. Love flows through you and to you. So this is about taking that action towards yourself so you can honor how you feel about the situation so you can move out of it and heal yourself, okay? Because love will come to you. Yes, you are a very lovable, awesome human being, and you deserve better than being stuck up in this situation, okay? You don't have to suffer to grow, but you have to learn about acceptance here, that it's not going to go to the next level and it's not your fault, okay? So that way you clear the past and heal the present, okay? Come out and play, okay? Not get stuck up in this for not any minute, any moment of any part of the day or time, okay? Because your life and your time is precious, okay? And when you understand that, you'll never get stuck up in these kind of situations anymore, okay? You're reading. Hi there to Sherritt. Good morning. And hi there to Banish. Good morning too. I'm doing readings for everybody of what kind of surprise is coming up. So if you want to order your private reading, go to 𝐖ᴇʟᴏᴍᴇ.com, okay? For Banish that asks, can we ask questions? Now I'm going to be doing bonus readings for anything else. If you have a question, okay, so you can stick around towards the end. And if it's any questions directed towards me, I also do an open part where you can ask questions too. Just leave your question. Hold it for towards the end of this live, okay? So now let's move on to people who have a long distance situation with somebody. I call it the distant lover. All right, so what surprise is coming up for people with long distance relationship? The distant lover in November. Healer of the Ages. 6th chakra. Blossoming abundance. Door to value in reverse. Clarify Healer of the Ages and blossoming abundance. Setbacks. Parenthood. The Office. All right, so distant lovers. What surprise is going to come up is in your health, your energy, okay? There's going to be setbacks in it where it's not going to allow you to go and travel and stuff because I get an illness that's going to come up in your way in November, okay, for long distance lovers, okay? This is your reading. That's the surprise. So your challenge to this setbacks of this illness is, I get illness, is do what's necessary to take good care of yourself. And I see that you're going to do it here in the near future. You're going to remember to nurture yourself as you work towards your goals. And I feel like you're going to do a little at a time in each area of your life, and that's what's going to still allow things to grow and balance. Money is going to be improving too in the near future too. Here in the end, what next stage it goes into is no beginning in your finances and career, but you actually just get delegating your tasks and getting things done in balance, so that way you're not overworked. Okay. So what can long distance lovers take away from this reading? Ascend the mountain, keep on moving forward. So that means is if you're carrying any burdens as you move forward, you're going to learn how to slowly release them. Okay, because that's when more abundance is going to pour into your life. Okay, so that's your reading. Really hope it helps. Okay, let's move on to singles readings. Hi there to Zelinda or Zelina. Good morning. Glad you can join me this early. So we'll do singles and couples next. All right, so what surprise is coming up for singles in November? Storm warning. Toward to value. Blossoming abundance in reverse. And caring connections. Clarify storm warning upright and a blossoming abundance in reverse. Business. Denial. Gossip. All right, so you're getting a huge heads up, singles. Your surprise that's going to come up is what you do for work. Whether you have your own business or you work for an employer, okay? Singles. Either way, this business that's going to happen in your career is you're just need to pick and choose your battles. Okay? Because there's going to be drama. So make sure you're not giving into any kind of gossip around you, okay, and work. Because that's where this drama is going to start. Okay? So you may be like saying something like with truth and all that stuff. But other people can't help it around you. They don't have a life. So when they come to work and they hear you and others, they love to eat that shit up, okay? So your challenge here is to have a new start where you're not giving into that gossip, okay? You're not feeding it in any kind of way. That way you can have this new start and an opportunity for a promotion too, okay, singles, or a bump up here in your career if you're self-employed, okay? Because here in the near future, you're needing not to be in denial, okay? And not be in denial about refusing to see the truth here. It's better to live in truth than in a lie, okay? So if you know the truth of what's going on in your situation, it's good to zip your lip. because whoever it is, the people around you here at work don't give a crap about the truth. They give a crap about spreading things, like telephone. You say the truth and then it gets distorted from person to person. That's what's going to happen. Okay. And it's going to lead to no increase in your status, whether you are self employed or not. Okay. So don't be in the denial about this. Here in the end, you'll understand if you zip your lip who are the people that are going to around you to want to connect with you and be the ones that are going to want to gossip. Write their names down in your journal so that way you always know at that very moment who are the people that are wanting to spread this stuff. Because really think about it. If you get bumped up in your career, like you're working for an employer, these are going to be the same people that gossip about you. Okay, when you get that promotion and all that stuff. So be well aware of these people that try to be your friends, but they're really frenemies, Now, I get for self-employed singles, be well aware too. Okay, they're in competition for with you for a reason, to try to throw you off. So don't give into it. Focus on what you need to do. Okay, self-employed people, whether you are doing online stuff or offline stuff in your community. Okay. So what can singles take away from this reading? In the flow, everything is smooth sailing. So go with the flow and you know what you need to do because you got that heads up, okay? Especially if you're wondering where you need to go in life, you are exactly where you need to be, okay? Now you're being aware of that. That way you can hit it to the next level and be focused, okay? I mean that expansion within inside you, okay? That's where it starts first, okay? So that's your reading, singles. Now let's move on to couples, then employed people. Good morning. All right, so what surprise is coming up for couples in November? Anxiety. Wow. Second chakra. Carrying connections in reverse. And financial constraint. Ruh-roh. Clarify anxiety and carrying connections in reverse. Laborer. Leadership. Silence. The surprise that's going to hit you, couple, in November is anxiety and worry. That's because you're working way too much here in your career. and it's stressing you the hell out. Okay? And I get why, because it feels like you want to keep this momentum going because you feel like your hard work is going to pay off, but it's really putting you through a lot of anxiety and worry. And it's affecting all areas of your life. So your challenge here is to create a new plan here so it balances out you. Because when you're good with everything around you. Have you noticed that? So come up with a really good self-care regimen and your power meditation. Doesn't matter what kind of belief system you have. Every belief system has a meditation. You look on my playlist. Um, Everything's free there, okay? So giving you a heads up. So that way you know. What it leads to in the near future is if you do not do something to balance things out here, okay, couples, it leads to a situation where your relationships around you, but especially your romantic relationship with that partner, is going to feel upside down, where you're going to have to take the lead here to change things up through balancing things back out, okay? It'll be possible as long as you take the lead to do that, okay? Here in the end, you're going to be very quiet about any financial constraints that are going on. Yes, this is why it comes out. But the only reason why this comes out is so that way you zip your lip, because sharing too much can be risky, as not everyone is as trustworthy as they seem. So you can deal with these financial constraints in such a different way, okay? It's because you'll get over this because you're going to be emotionally stable, because you're going to execute this well with taking good care of yourself with that balance to get through financial constraints. So just be patient when those financial constraints happen, because money is going to come in. You just have to be very patient about it, okay? And I know it can be nerve-wracking, couples, but it's going to come in, all right? The other day, my prediction came through when it came down to the government shutdown ending this week, okay? So I hope that gives you some kind of understanding where I'm coming from. I don't lead people on, okay? So please have patience with yourself, even through financial constraints and you rebalancing things, okay? Because that's what's going to give you the success and victory that you want, okay? To hit it to the next level, okay? So what can couples take away from this reading? You, unknown territory, you are exactly where you need to be, okay? So now you're becoming more conscious of it. If you're like, but I really wanted to go somewhere else, I'm literally telling you right now is where you need to be, and that's okay. Because you're doing what's necessary now to get things done in such a different way, so that way you're enjoying the journey, okay, not to suffer, to grow. And then when you come to realize more of that awareness, couples, is when things are going to come in, where you're going to be able to take it to the next level, because you'll be emotionally secure and balanced, and you're going to expand more your horizons, okay? So just have patience. It's coming. And that's your reading, couples. For those in the chat that asked questions, Banish asked, sorry I was gone due to work, and sorry to ask again, can we ask questions? Banish, if you're still here, if you want to order your private reading, go to my website at mysticoraclemary.com. I don't mind answering people's questions, okay? In regards to wanting private reading, okay? Hi there, Christy Bull. Good morning. Hi there. Good morning, Goldilocks. I'm actually doing really well. Oh, oops. All for a reason. If you forgot to call for your appointment, everything for a reason. They probably foresaw that. Yeah, don't get stuck in a mental prison about someone that's in your energy. Something I realize as a mystic healer, that is a no contact situation. So if you're very curious about it and you want to start trusting yourself, okay, Goldilocks, do a no contact reading for yourself for the month and for that person. And then you know what's going down, and then you can move past it, okay? And give yourself a question at the end of what you can take away from that reading, or that give yourself a one card pull for advice for that situation with that person you're talking about, okay? And then that will get you to move forward from that situation so you don't get caught up in a mental prison about if they're going to come around or whatever, okay? I only do that so that way, because I see so many different readers go in a mental prison when they do their own readings, it's because there's no acceptance of the actual truth. A lot of wishful thinking, you get what I mean? Hey, Goldilocks, if you want to trust yourself to call that psychic, go ahead. But if I were you, I'd trust yourself. Because, like I said, a psychic can guess a lot of your situation. I wouldn't give anything away to that psychic. That way, you know whether or not they're legit or not. It only becomes misleading if you're not balanced, and if you're just doing readings about this person and you, and you're in a no contact situation. It only becomes misleading when you're in balance and you're caught up in desperation of wanting something that will come out of nothing if there's no contact. You get what I mean? I have my family member pull them for me, and I call. She says $10. It's very cheap. It's up to you. I just trust yourself. I don't deal with psychics because I just know how they are. I've gotten job opportunities to do psychic stuff. I just never got led to really do that. I got led to do this. So let me know how it goes if you end up calling them in that. I hope for the best for you if you do call them, though. No problem, Goldilocks. That's great. They said, "Oh, there is contact, and I'm definitely not desperate because I've been single for so many years, and I'm ready. I really, I'm used to being alone, so I don't expect much from people. No expectations is great. That way, you're led to a lot of new possibilities. All right, so back to the viewers. Let's go into employed people, then self-employed people, okay? Thanks for joining my live too, viewers and Goldilocks. All right, so what surprise is coming up for employed people in November? Journey in reverse, Garden in the Gate, fifth chakra upright, and Angel of Strength. Clarify Journey in reverse and fifth chakra upright. Leadership, Laborer, Helper. So, employed people, guess what? You're going to have a surprise of stepping up as a leader where you're at, okay? Whatever company it is. Because you're ready. So your challenge through this is to come out of your comfort zone to do this, okay? What you do and work. It's going to lead to you speaking your truth about what you want to do here and how to delegate tasks, and you're going to work really hard in order to make sure you speak your truth as a leader, because you know your hard work is going to be paying off, because nothing ever comes easy, right? So here in the end with the last stage is that you're going to have a lot of strength here through this surprise situation of you stepping up as a leader, because you're going to think before you offer any kind of help around you, and you're going to be setting healthy boundaries so that way you're not doing what you're managing. You get what I mean by that? Meaning you're the boss and you're not doing the helper position. But you're learning how to set boundaries with people so that way they're doing the task that you ask for them to do. So that way your bosses around you see what you're made of, okay? And you're going to make sure your goals align with your own desires, not others, because you're going to see, and I would get ticked too, if people are going to take advantage of you. And that's what's going to give you the up and up, because you know this in advance. So that way you'd be like, I'm ready. I'm all down. I know how to be a boss. I know how to manage people, and I know what I'm doing. That you're going to have a lot of confidence here in the last stage, where it's going to be great in your finances and career next. So if you were going through any financial highs and lows, it's going to be reversed too, meaning it's going to be going better after this, okay? So what can employed people take away from this reading? One card, please. Unknown territory employed people, you are exactly where you need to be. Okay? So your awareness is about that now. So it's okay where you're at, because that's where you need to be right now, okay? Because you're going to be growing and expanding where you're at right now with inside you about how beautiful you are and your life is, where you're walking in beauty, okay? That means that you're wiping the slate clean of what you thought you are and what this world is and how beautiful it really is now, okay? Because you're in it. Yippee! Okay? Big hugs, Goldilocks. We all have that um, epiphany, not just one time, but multiple times. She wrote, "The cards are not misleading me. I'm just me being me and me having doubt in myself. The stars are aligned and the proof is in the sky, and that's what's going on cannot be denied. I trust my cards and I claim my reading." Big hugs. The biggest thing, tarot readers, oracle readers, psychics, healers, human beings, we all go through this. This is why I advocate doing a self-care regimen, doing your meditation. Through any kind of triggers, especially fear and doubt. We all go through it multiple times at any given moment in life. So when those things hit, give yourself that time and space. Don't be hard on yourself if you have any kind of fear and doubt. Those triggers are there for a reason, to get you to rebalance. If it wasn't for that, we'd be, well, things would be different, right? We wouldn't be experiencing so much what it's like to be a human being. It really grows us from out of perfectionism, you know? So the only reason why I talk about these things is because I've went through it, and what I need now, I know from experience, like, you know, that you can move past it at any time, okay? Now let's move on to self-employed people, then unemployed people, and then we got some more readings along the way, some bonuses. So that way, if you have anything else going on in your life, we'll be doing that kind of reading to give you the answer, okay? So let's do some shuffling and then we'll ask the question, okay? So what surprise is coming up for self-employed people in November? The Sun in reverse. Magician in the mirror. Woman holding a coin. And walking away, reverse. Clarify the Sun in reverse and woman holding a coin upright. Student, writer, partnership. All right, so self-employed people, the surprise that's coming up is you learning more from a mentor, okay? In order to acquire new skills or learn how to implement your plan here. And I feel it's a plan about how you want to create more through whatever ideas. And so you're challenged through learning more from a mentor is how to be emotionally stable and understand your desires here of how you want to create with your ideas. Because when you do, you are able to confidently step up in your power, okay? With balance and precision and focus, okay? Without that balance, you can't have all the above, right? So what's going to happen here in the near future is that you're going to be more grounded, stable, and solid here, focusing on what it is you want to nurture. And I feel like you're going to use your words to step up in your power in order to manifest more abundance, whether it's posting on social media, what it is that you want to create, or just implementing those things by delegating it through your business, okay, towards others. But either way, you're writing it down first in order to take it to the next level to create more. You're not going to be walking away here in the end with any kind of partnerships you're in, which is great because there's not going to be any lack in these partnerships that you have. This is why you're not walking away from them. You're going to also consider finding a partnership that can fill in experience of any kind of lack. So what does that mean? You're opposite. Okay. So if you are lacking in certain things, you're going to find a partnership that's going to fill those lacks. Okay. To be crystal clear. So that's your surprise, is working with a mentor to acquire new skills. Okay. Or learn how to implement your plans. Okay. So, what can self-employed people take away from this reading? Send them out and keep on moving forward, okay? Whatever is weighing you down, you're going to learn how to reflect and redirect your energy, okay? In order to drop a load. I'm not saying in the bathroom, goofballs. Saying like so you don't have back problems and headaches, okay? So that's your reading, self-employed people. Really hope it helps. And I'll see you later, okay? Oh, thank you. And good morning to Trevion Herbert. Glad you can join me. They said, I love the whole background of your room. Looks great. Look at, there's a Santa thing. And I am, if you ever want to know something about me, I love keychains. And I collect a crap load of them. Those are just some of my keychains, and I have a crap load on that. That's why it's on a big ring. So if anybody really want to get me anything for as a gift, keychains is my thing, yo. But thank you for the compliment, Herbert. Or yeah, was it Hubert? Sorry about that. Now let's move on to unemployed people, and then we're looking to college people, and then some bonus readings for anything else, okay? Thanks, Goldilocks. Yeah, I got a plaid one like that as a shirt for fall and winter gear too. and PJs as well. I love red and black too. I love all the colors, but especially those. Very grounding colors. Anyway, what surprise is coming up for unemployed people in November? First chakra in reverse. Door to personal healing and happiness. Door to spirit in reverse. And deceit in reverse. Yippee! That's a good sign. Clarify first chakra in reverse and door to spirit in reverse. Parenthood. Setbacks. Yippee! Leadership. All right, so the surprise that's coming up in November for you unemployed people is this. You're going to feel very insecure in your money and with inside you, which is going to get you to challenge yourself to have a new beginning in your personal life, so that way you can nurture yourself towards your goals. So here in the near future, you're going to be having some setbacks, so that way it can trigger you doing a new plan towards yourself, coming up with a self-care regimen and your spiritual power meditation. No matter what belief system you're in, you're needing those for your journey, so that way you're enjoying it and not to suffer and grow. Because setbacks are only telling you that you're not ready to enter to the next phase, okay? So when you do something different, okay, it triggers something different of an outcome, okay? Instead of you falling into any kind of slumps anymore, okay? Here in the end, the last stage is you're going to be getting over any kind of deceit with inside you or around you, because you're going to you're going to step up as a leader in your own life, because you'll be ready, okay? Especially through a situation where you're dealing with anybody around you, or this may be you feeling like spending money a lot, okay? You'll be getting over that too, or that person that's doing that, okay? So what can unemployed people take away from their reading? Purification activates vibrant life force, cleansing waters. So the first step you're needing to do is take a shower, a bath, take good care of yourself, okay? This is what's going to stabilize your emotions. You can also say either to yourself or as you're in the shower, let the past wash over me and give me a new beginning, okay? Because this is going to help you clear the air. Distant thunder. Okay? So that's your reading, unemployed people. Hope it helps. Now we're going to move on to college people, then retired people, and 2 bonuses. think I was 2021. I had two ponytails. Unfortunately, my father always had dressed me up in stripes like I was from California, so I just so used to the stripe colors. Oh, nice that you have a P.O. box. I'll send you some for the holidays. I don't have a P.O. box. Just so you know, I don't have a P.O. box. Give me a heads up. All right, so let's go on to college people. What surprise is coming up for college people in November? Angel of Love. All tied up. Attachment. Woo! Hostilities. Clarify, Angel of Love, and attachment. Upright. Student. Loss. Leadership. All right. College people, the surprise that's coming up is in your love life, where there's gonna be a situation here that's gonna teach you a lot. So that way you're learning to manage your love life in such a different way. Okay. And your challenge through this surprise is not to be stuck in a mental prison about it. Okay. Because here in the near future, in order for you to have a new beginning in your love life, where you're single, a couple, college person, okay, or people, you are needing to break any kind of relationship patterns that no longer serve you to in order to have a new beginning. Because once you do this, you're going to have a new beginning. Okay? Where I feel as though you're going to block out, you're going to go within and really understand how you feel about who's been up in your love life where it has been causing drama. Okay? And I feel like you're going to block whoever those people are that was causing drama and misleading you. What's the other word for it? Leading you on, like breadcrumbing you, is where you're going to finally block them out and you're going to take the lead and stand up for yourself. Especially if there's any people who've been misleading you. They're going to just say you're going to confront the situation and stand up for yourself. That's why hostilities and leadership came out. You're going to be working very hard through this because it's like you don't want to keep on going through the same old crap. So that's going to be your new beginning, is in your love life. It's because of that surprise of you learning how to just cut the crap out. Okay, college people. Which is not bad. We all had to do it, right? Big hugs. So what can college people take away from their reading? Discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. Okay, college people. So this is a card of trust yourself. Okay. You already know what's going down, college people. I'm here to let you know I know what's going down too. So trust yourself. Okay. Yippee! Because when you do, you're going to be crossing to that next bridge of either healing, connecting, mending, or releasing. Okay? Because you're going to be honest with yourself. I mean, not cutthroat, but with compassion, and love. Because who wants to be in a life of keep on returning to the same cycle for the 10th or the millionth time? You know what I'm saying? Too many times. You're reading, okay? So let's move on to retired people. Oh, no problem, Goldilocks. Sometimes my phone messes up too. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. She said, okay, some of the readers got ones on here and people send gifts. I was watching this guy open up the gifts that he had got in his P.O. box that YouTube viewers sent. I thought it was so nice. It's good to see we have a few good people out there. Yeah. I don't got a P.O. box. I just give my time and stuff. YouTube doesn't have it open up for me just yet for that. Which is fine. This is why I ask people who want to give back to me, you can share it, let people know about my channel. And that's the biggest gift that you can give. If you want to donate any kind of money towards me, you can, but it's up to the person. It's no requirement for me. You know what I'm saying? All right, retired people, let's do your reading, okay? So what surprise is coming up for retired people in November? Deceit in reverse. Yippee! Angel of Strength. Woman holding a heart. And cornucopia. Yippee! That's awesome. Good reading so far. Clarify deceit in reverse and woman holding a heart upright. Offering. Money manager. And the rebel. All right. So your surprise that's coming up for you retired people is a call to use your spirituality, because you're going to be getting over deceit, any kind of deceit in November. Oh, yeah. Also, surprise of all your needs being met by the universe. Yippee! So your challenge to this situation is to have strength of not to hold on to things anymore that no longer serve you through this surprise. Because here in the near future, you're going to have a giant leap in your finances and your emotional stability with you and others, especially friends and family, okay? Which is going to lead to the next stage of you breaking any kind of limitations and blockages and belief systems that no longer serve you, so you can have more abundance towards your wish fulfillment. You're going to have, look at this, cornucopia, you're going to have your wish fulfillment. Right behind that is a victory. It's because you walked away from a lot of past stuff, and it's going to bring more expansion in your life. That's so cool. Huge ass victory for retired people. I'm not retired, but I can still say this. Your victory is our victory because, well, When you're happy and balanced, it makes the world a lot easier, right? Let's see, what can retired people take away from this reading? Wandering path, enjoy your journey. That means don't have any hesitation or fear to enjoy the journey, confront things in such a different way, so that way you're getting things resolved, okay? Because this is going to lead you to keep on moving forward and not holding on to any more burdens here or anything that are weighing you down. And you'll do that along the way where you feel light as a feather, not stiff as a board, okay? That's your reading, retired people. Now let's move on to the bonus readings. First bonus reading is for anything. So if you're coming to me about any kind of question and needing an answer, I'll be pulling a card for females than males, okay? That way you try to get a crystal clear answer, okay? Goldilocks, it's very easy to get one. As long as you have a bank account or a debit card, you can have one, okay? And then from there, you can link the accounts. So that way, if you want to make any kind of online purchases and stuff, it'll be easy. They're really good with their customer service, whether it's contacting them over the phone or even, and they're also really good for if you have your own business as well. They're really good at managing and making sure that you know where things are going. And while you're setting it up, there's a feature where people can't just get a hold of you and try to charge you money and stuff. You can block it. Meaning, like, if it's different foreign countries and stuff, you can block that from happening. And they don't take money out of your account unless you authorize it. You get what I'm saying? So if someone's like, I want to charge Goldilocks $50 for a service she never asked for, you're able to let PayPal know that it was something that you never ordered and stuff. And what happens is you can have their email address blocked and stuff. So definitely make sure that you know all your settings and stuff on that. It's not really overwhelming. They make it accessible so that way you know your settings and stuff. It's not like Amazon where it feels like every freaking month they change where your payment system and stuff is. You get what I'm saying? They PayPal tries to make it very easy. And it's something I did tell them. I'm like, sometimes we just need it simple, right to the point where we know our stuff is. So with that feedback, they made their new layout a lot different. All right. Now, this reading for anyone who needs it starts now. You need the first card for females, second card for males. The answer to their question they're coming towards me about at any point in time, including this live. All right, females. Your answer to your question is Mystic Healer. Healing energy flows through you. So if you need to heal a situation or heal yourself, you'll just know because you need to trust yourself to do so, okay? and step up in your role in doing that, okay? Just trust yourself, okay? When you need to heal and when you need to heal the situation with others, okay? So don't second guess yourself, please. Now, males that are coming to me about their question, here's your answer. Transformation. A fresh new way of living emerges. So it's time to transform. This is what's going to change the situation. You've been feeling it for a while. Now this is your sign to do so. Because this is going to get you, both male and females, to trust yourself and discovering more truth to do that, so that way you keep on moving forward where you stand more in the light of truth, okay? All right? That's your readings, okay? For anything you're coming towards me about, males and females, okay? Now let's move on to the last bonus reading. This last bonus reading is for male and female leaders, okay? You can be the leader of your own tribe, yourself, your household, a country, a spiritual leader, okay? My dear leaders. Please give me a one-card advice for my dear leaders that are male and female leaders of what action they can take towards any surprise that will be coming up in November. Medicine of butterfly 𝐼ᴇʟᴄᴏᴍᴇ. So, I'll give you two things, my dear leaders. Protection through this ritual we'll be doing, but also a message for you first, okay? You can do the ritual at any time, the spiritual practice, okay? But first, here is your message. So any surprises that are coming up, my dear leaders? An apparent lost cause or shattered dream was necessary part of your transformational journey. What was sacrificed can be reborn into something even greater and more beautiful. You are not meant to turn to the past, my dear leaders, as it cannot support you in a way it once did. So trust that you have the inner resources to handle what is happening within you and in your life. You are moving towards a significant psychological, emotional, and perhaps also physical breakthrough and transformation. You may have an inner sense of discomfort signaling that something new is unfolding within you. It is natural to feel a little awkward and uncertain in the face of the unfamiliar. This is a good sign of change stirring from within you, my dear leaders. So allow nature to take its course. Trust in what is happening, even once you don't fully understand it. It will turn out beautifully, my dear leaders, in the end, which will happen to be a new beginning. Okay? So there are moments, my dear leaders, when even those of us with great courage feel tested beyond our faith. Doubt, darkness, and despair can creep into our minds and lash at our hearts with fear. Perhaps this seems to be good reason for our pain, the loss of a loved one, a cherished hope dash, disturbing human behavior. the state of the environment, or something other unexpected and painful shock. But there may be no particular reason for it, and yet we are somehow gripped by a feeling of anxiety and despair that we cannot resolve it, no matter how hard we try. The healing of soul medicine of butterfly conchina comes to you now, my dear leaders, to elevate and remove you from that suffering. To remind you that everything you have gone through has been part of what has made you strong, compassionate, and wise. When all seems lost, my dear leaders, perhaps especially then, our soul needs the gift of seeing the light, love, and wisdom of Great Spirit at work behind all things, all the times, always reaching out to us and always offering love. The soul needs faith and hope like the body needs air to breathe. Faith keeps the soul alive and well. So you don't need to regret anything that has happened. You do not have to judge yourself or another, my dear leaders, or wish that things have been different, because you have not missed out. You have not messed up. You have been learning and growing. What is required from you now, my dear leaders, is a willingness to let it all fall away. Because the person you once were actually no longer exists. You may not fully recognize it yet, but like the butterfly trying to crawl on the ground like a caterpillar, you may mourn the loss of your old caterpillar ways. Yet if you take a moment to witness yourself anew now, you will recognize that you are not the person from 2 years ago or even 10 years ago. You can then open to the gifts that butterfly conchina is bringing to you now. Well-being, a new life, vibrancy, freedom, and happiness. So if you have been working hard on an issue, on yourself, or on a cause in the world, and it seems to be going nowhere, butterfly conchina reminds you that in the divine alchemy of transformation, things sometimes appear to be going backwards as they're moving forward. It is the way of things, my dear leaders. After summer, there is autumn and then winter, all of which indicate progress towards the next spring. If you don't understand the creative purpose and regenerative nature of the seasons, you may be frightened by the winter. So consider that it is signify the world was ending. Yet with knowledge of the sacred feminine wisdom of seasons, you are not afraid of winter. You see it as an essential part of life. You may even learn to nurture and restore yourself during that time, gaining conscious benefit and appreciation for it. Now, if you feel that you are in a spiritual and emotional winter in your life, my dear leaders, have hope. The soul unfolds exactly to the seasons just as nature does. So let your heart and your mind, my dear leaders, rest in trust that life is growing and your soul in its beautiful fulfillment. Okay? So here is a simple spiritual process you can do at any time, my dear leaders, and we're going to start it now. Butterfly takes us out of seriousness into childlike joy. It is Is there something, my dear leaders, that you used to love to do as a child? Is there some activity that makes you feel healthily, childlike, perhaps laughing at a funny animal video, or going for a nature walk, coloring or putting a hula hoop out of the back of your wardrobe, playing drums on the pots and pans, singing and dancing in your lounge room? Take time to be with your inner child self, my dear leaders, and be engaging completely in the present moment. So here's mine as an example for any leaders that are watching me. I like to sing and dance, so I'm sure you guys will remember this song. I don't want to work, I want to bang on the drum all day. Remember that song? So it can be as simple as that. So that way you have a new start always within inside you in any given moment, especially through change, okay? Because you're using your own alchemy within inside you. You're making shit into gold. Yippee! Okay? It's as simple as that. What makes it complicated? If you give into that conditioning of being serious all the time, when you get pinched from your parental figure or adults right next to you and tell you you need to shape up and that not everything's playful all the time. You just know when you need to be serious. But in these given moments when you go through change in life, it's good to sit back and enjoy life in such a different way, in this way, because then you're using your transformational alchemical power, okay, in such a different way. So when you're done using your music, your dance, whatever it is to cheer you right back up and get you through the change, please say to me, say out loud, please. I give thanks for the sacred soul medicine of butterfly 𝐸ᴄᴏᴍᴇ, to the ever renewing power of life. I honor all that I have been through, for it has brought me to this moment. Now I am strong, wise, compassionate, and empowered. I accept life, and I am ready for the rebirth that is happening now in my own soul and in the world. May divine love support successful transitions for our world. May all beings move into love, freedom, peace, and happiness. I embrace this moment. So be it. 3 breaths in and out. And you're done with your spiritual process, my dear leaders. Thank you for joining me. All right. So that is the end of all the bonus readings and oracle readings. If you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe. Trying to get my, there we go. And I'm going to give you a brief update of what's going on in my channel. Time to take off the earrings. Haha. All right, so I'll be doing some change up here in my channel in December so I can help you through your no contact situation and also whatever is going on for the rest of the year too. So when you're subscribed, you're going to be getting all those kind of readings. Yes, they're going to be at 6 a.m. in the morning, but if you're subscribed, you can watch them at any time. Timestamps are going to be down below in the description box and comment area. Things are going really good with me health-wise. I'm going through a fast for 9 days, 1 meal each day for 9 days, and then a liquid diet for 3. I'll let you know how it goes. So far, it's going great. I've already lost like, I think 8 pounds now. So remember I told you I'm going to be looking way different soon. It's coming up. So that means already with my fasting, my blood sugar is going really great. Since I'm a type 2 diabetic, I've been having to take, in the past, 100 to 120 units. 3 times a day is what they asked me to do. Now I'm down to only doing 60 to 40 units once per day. Ta-da! Very cool. Keto diet's going great. So I'm going to be doing some, I posted some new recipes if you're on the keto diet to look into for Thanksgiving. A lot of people are transitioning from processed foods to keto diet, so that's why I'm putting it up more. So that way you can enjoy guilty-free Thanksgiving. And I'm going to be doing that through different holidays that are coming up as well, okay? You have a wonderful day too, Goldilocks. Thank you for joining my live. Big hugs. You're always welcome, okay? Anything else? Things are going really great at the homestead. Thank you, Goldilocks. Hey, you can always, if you start munching on the things that actually, and invest in MCT oil is really good. Put in your coffee and your drinks, and it curbs your appetite even when you do get stressed out. And getting the things around you that will help fill you instead of try to inflame your system, okay? But please try to take care, Goldilocks. because I want to see you thrive too, okay? Anything else? Things have been going good as being a single mother, having fun, balancing out home life with my daughter, and getting ready to have Thanksgiving. Almost done with the whole shopping thing. So that's good. If you ever want advice of when's the great time to start um, shopping for the stuff is, well, I've been changing it up this year. I started looking into shopping towards the end of October, early November, so that way I can get some things. It's around this part of the week, I would say, from the 14th of November up is when it starts getting hectic, where people go to Black Friday stuff and that. Um, I do mostly my online shopping around this time because stores can be really compact with a lot of people getting what they need to go. I'm not a greedy person, so that's why I do towards the end the little stuff and that, so that way I'm not taking away from others that may need it more than I do. Plus, I don't like to overspend. Um, Even with Christmas stuff for me and my daughter, we may have a couple like big items, but nothing like where we're breaking the bank. You know what I'm saying? So if you ever want advice in that, in order to change things up where you're not keeping up with the Joneses, get one or two big items in regards to like a family gift for you, and if you have a lot of kids and stuff. So meaning like if they're like, I want a new PlayStation, you just know what kind of PlayStation I mean, like Xbox and da da da. That can be the big ticket item, and everything like stocking stuffers stuff is really easy to get. Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, Dollar General, that kind of stuff. And that's how you save your money where you're not having to break the bank. Okay. And you're showing that you're not made of money. You get what I mean? You're also showing that together time is not all about just getting gifts, you know? It's a bonus when you get a gift from somebody. What means a lot more is spending time and space with friends and family. Even being creative too in your own way of making your cards, making a nice picture, portraits, music for others too, as well, if you want to do that as a stocking stuffer too. Also, getting keychains too. They have keychains that have portraits that you can put on it too, are really nice. But sales are going to be happening right now, so I would take advantage of those kind of things. Don't get wrapped up in a lot of scams that are going on, especially with gift cards, okay? Giving a heads up. And if you're watching me and if you're any kind of leader or influencer online, please let people know around in your area what all the new scams are, all that bull crap, okay? Because people are going to need to know that bull crap to not fall for that bull crap, okay? Hope you like that. If you're dealing with someone has passed away and stuff, this is a good time to spend time and space with yourself to make a nice ritual, light a candle, say a prayer out loud of, or like you're talking through them through a letter, you know, or just say, you know, I miss you and I love you. Think about you all the time. And imagine yourself and them in and a white light. Closing your eyes, allowing yourself to breathe at least 5 to 10 breaths in and out, releasing any kind of motion or tension in your body. And then blow out the candle when you're done, okay? This honors them and how you feel about them, and so that way you can keep on moving forward in your journey, okay? Where you're enjoying it and learning how to heal through grief, okay? No matter what time you may be going through this is definitely an easy, practical step in order for you to honor them and yourself, okay? Now, I don't know if you guys been watching the movie, what was it, movies, news. There's a lot of big news about this government shutdown being reversed. It's something I predicted a couple days ago on one of my other lives, so that way people would know that heads up. So this is a good time to keep on having that hope, that faith, that perseverance and focus moving forward. Get locked in, get focused, okay, and what it is that you want to nurture, your goals and your self imbalance. This is what's going to help you keep on trusting yourself and what it is you want to grow and expand in your life or transform, okay? This is the season, just as a reminder, of healing, mending, connecting, and releasing. Yes, connecting too. We're all connected at every point in time. But if you're needing to connect with somebody and you trust yourself that you need to do it, you'll know because you'll feel it, okay? If it's releasing and all that other stuff, trust yourself, all right? So with all that being said, my next live is on a Saturday at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You are all welcome. It's an all zodiac sign reading. But there's more readings to come on my channel. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you later, okay? Bye for now.